Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Will and welcome to the channel where I discuss all things credit card rewards. So go ahead and hit that little red subscribe button and let's jump into today's topic of the newly announced Southwest Rapid Rewards Performance Business Credit Card. And that is a mouthful. So I've done a video on the Southwest personal cards and I think they're all decent. The high tier one is definitely the one you want to get if you're trying to keep a card long term. But I would say this one is probably the best keeper Southwest card that you can have. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And the first thing I want to discuss is actually applying for this card. So there aren't any data points on this yet, but in terms of your credit score, I would imagine you would need something 680 or above in order to get this card. Now, this is a business card, so you do need a business in order to apply for it. But don't worry, the standards for Chase are very low when it comes to a business. You can be someone who's out there cutting grass, reselling things on the internet, on Craigslist or eBay, just any little thing where you're trying to make a little money on the side, a little side hustle would be considered a business. Because at the end of the day, Chase is going to look at your personal credit report, credit history, and determine whether or not you can have this card. So they don't really care too much about what your business is doing. As long as you can pay this card off, you're good to go. I have done a video on applying for business cards. I'll link that somewhere up here, so feel free to check that out if you want to see a little bit more detailed information. Now, moving on, this is a card that's offered by Chase, so the Chase 524 rule does come into play. So the Chase 524 rule, it says that if you have applied for 5 personal credit cards across any credit card company in the past 24 months, Chase is going to deny you this card. So that's just the way it is. It sucks, but it's something that we have to just work with. Now, the good thing is that this is a business card. So if you are approved for this card, it's not going to count towards your 524 if you're trying to apply for other Chase cards, because again, they're only looking at your personal cards. So the business cards are reported separately. They're not going to impact your credit score or credit history or anything like that unless you default on this card. So don't think you can, just not pay this card. It's not going to hurt your credit history. You still got to pay off the card on time, because if you do default and they had to come after you, it will impact your personal credit score. Finally, it does have an annual fee, $199. It's not waived in the first year, so just be prepared to pay that on your first statement. Now let's go ahead and get into all of the good things, guys, and let's talk about the benefits. All right, so the first major benefit, as you can see on the very top of the screen, is the 80,000 points that you earn once you hit $5,000 within the first 3 months. And 80,000 points is huge, guys. That is a lot of value. So Southwest points are worth 1.5 cents per point. So 80,000 points is going to be worth $1,200 in value. So that is a huge sign-up point bonus. Now, if you're not sure how point valuations work for different rewards program, credit cards, go ahead and pause on this next screen, this little slide that I've put together so that you can read through, and then we'll jump back into it. So that is how point valuations work, guys, and that's why the 80,000 points are going to be worth $1,200. Feel free to go to Southwest's website. They have a very easy website to use where you can easily compute these numbers yourself using the points and the value of the ticket. Now, another great thing with Southwest is once you hit 110,000 points, they'll actually give you a free companion pass. So you can get this companion pass anyone that can fly for free anywhere that Southwest flies as long as it's with you. So the good thing is that these 80,000 points will actually count towards those 110,000 points that you need for the companion pass. So if you were to get this card plus one of the personal Southwest cards, which I believe have a sign-up point bonus right now of 30 or 40,000 points, you'll have 110,000 points. So you have a companion pass, 110,000 points, which will be worth about $1,700 in value. So you'll be flying for free for quite a while with just 2 credit cards, and pretty easy minimum spends to hit within that time frame. So something to definitely look into. Now moving on, we're going to get into the normal benefits with this card. The first one is 9,000 points every year on your card member anniversary. So 9,000 points, that's worth about $130. So pretty good. I mean, it'll mean that you only need to find about $70 worth of value to make up for that $200 annual fee that you have to pay. Next are the bonus spend categories, and this is probably the weakest part of the card for me. So the first one is 3 points back on Southwest airline purchases, and then you get 2 points back on social media and search engine advertising, as well as internet, cable, and phone services. So the reason why I said this is probably the weakest part of the card for me is because there are other Chase cards that will do these categories better. So you can get the Ink Preferred card, and that'll give you 3 points back on all travel, not just Southwest. So Southwest, Delta, any hotels you may want to stay in, Uber, all that is covered under travel with Chase. And then you get 3 points back on social media and search engine advertising. So 1 more point than what this card is offering. And with the Ink Cash card, you get 5 points back on internet, cable, and phone services. And then you get 2 points back on like gas. You get 5 points back on office supply stores. So the Ink Cash card is definitely going to be much higher. You get 3 points more back on these categories that Southwest offers, and then some. And that card has no annual fee. The Ink Preferred card, I believe, has an annual fee of $89, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, $95, if I'm not, yeah, $95. So if you get these 2 cards, definitely great to have if you're interested in these bonus categories. Plus the Ink Preferred card has a sign-up bonus of 80,000 points as well. So I would definitely recommend looking into those cards. Maybe this might be your first business card, but if you do want to get some other ones, look into those 2 cards because they are really great cards to have. Moving on, next we have the 4 upgraded boardings per year if they're available. So if you're not sure how Chase works, pretty much you don't have an assigned seat. So it's pretty much you check in 24 hours, and based on that check-in, you're assigned a spot in a line that you get into once you get to your once you get to the airport, to the departing gate. And it's pretty much just kind of a free-for-all. So first people on the plane get to choose their seats. It's just first come, first serve. With the 4 upgraded boardings, this is something that you get that you can purchase at the time of the flight, usually at the check-in or the departure gate, and it costs $30, $40, or $50 depending on the itinerary. And this will allow you to get to the front of the line. So you'll be in that first group of people to get on the plane. So if this is something that's important to you, you know, for me personally, usually when I'm traveling alone, I don't care when I get on the plane. I actually prefer to get on the plane last because I don't want to be stuck on the plane for too long. But if you're traveling with someone, this could be definitely beneficial because it will definitely make sure that you get a good seat next to someone that you want to sit with. Next are the in-flight Wi-Fi credits. And this is kind of an interesting thing. So you get $8 credits for using their own in-flight Wi-Fi, and you can use this up to 365 times per year. So that's like over $2,400–2,500 in value if you were to use this 365 times, but I doubt anyone would be able to do that. But still, $8 is still a pretty good value. Next is global entry or TSA pre-check credit up to $100. And I'll just say this right now, if you're interested in doing this, go ahead and get global entry because global entry has everything that TSA pre-check has plus more. You'll be able to get through customs faster, and TSA pre-check doesn't have that. So you might as well just go ahead and get the global entry. And you can use this every 4 years. So this, we'll go into a break even a little bit later, but just realize you're not going to be able to use this every year, but you don't need to because these global entries and TSA pre-checks do last 4 years. So no big deal there. All right, so are all those benefits worth it? So I have this slide here, guys. It will kind of go over what the break even is. And it's gonna be different for everyone. It's just kind of an example of the type of thinking that you may want to go through. So on the left side are all the benefits, and we're not gonna look at the sign-up point bonus. We're just gonna look at the benefits themselves. So as you can see, in year 2 and onward, you're gonna be paying that $199 annual fee. And then the global entry, you're gonna be kind of depreciating that $100 over the life of its use, so 4 years. So it's $25 a year. And then you'll have $160 in upgraded boardings. So I just assumed 4 upgraded boardings valued at $40 each. Again, they could be valued between $30, $40, or $50. I just went for the middle number. Again, those anniversary points that we discussed earlier are worth $130. And finally, the $128 in Wi-Fi credits. So what I did for this, I just assumed 4 round trips. So for 2 people. So again, a round trip would be $16 for 1 person. Just multiply that by 2, multiply that by 4, you'll get $128. Again, you can play these numbers as much as you want. Then my total net value was $244, guys. So very easy to break even and then get some out of that. So again, you can play with these numbers. You can do lower the upgraded boardings to just 2 for 30. Maybe you won't use that many Wi-Fi credits. I don't know, but very easy to break even or even make a little money from this card. So again, it's my favorite Southwest card. If I was to recommend it to someone who flies Southwest, it would definitely be this card without any doubt. I think the lower tier cards, personal cards, aren't that great. They don't really give enough benefits that kind of help pay for the card's annual fee. But this one, very easy to do. So guys, let me know down in the comments what you think about this card. Is it something that you're considering? Do you fly Southwest a lot? Let me know, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.